Soon there's going to be election in Israel.
Yeah.
I ask you, Yishai, as somebody who lives in this country for a good few years, okay? What's going to be the ads of the Likud, the big ads,
The beepers.
the billboards.
Right. The beepers.
Okay. What else?
The Iranian threat. That's it.
I'll tell you what I mean, and I'm sure you. What did it look like in the previous election?
I don't remember.
Whose pictures did you see?
Bibi?
And
I don't remember.
Bibi and Trump.
Right. Okay.
Right?
Right.
Now, if I'm running to be the Prime Minister of Israel, okay, why should I put a picture of a foreign leader on my...
The answer to that is simple.
Yes.
I can tell you as a person who lived in America,
Yes,
America is a big country.
yes,
And Israel wants to always feel like a small country.
right.
And small countries, when I was in Australia, I saw that Australia looks up to America. Like when
Okay.
you, even though it's a big physical country, but it's a small country. So this country,
I was born here in 1962, here in Israel, in Haifa, okay? I never saw ads like that when I was a kid.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Never.
Right.
I mean,
We've gone back. Your point.
the message is, I'm the best candidate to run the community because I have the best connection
with the
king.
with the pirates.
With the king.
Yeah.
That's
with the Tsar.
Yeah. So it's not about I won the war.
Right.
I won the war. I was able to bring the king to win it for us.
All right. So I want to ask a question.
You understand that what I'm talking about?
I understand totally.
It's amazing.
So this was going to be my second question, and I'm looking forward to asking you this one. I've been thinking about this for a while. Who is, and let's keep it short, who is Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu? Who is this man? Is he a tzaddik, a righteous man, whose face is going to be on our money down the line? Who, yes, screwed up with the disengagement. Yes, allowed Hamas to take over Gaza. Yes, gave away 1,000 terrorists. But at the same time, for one Gilad Shalit, but at the same time fought this valiant war and has brought back, has had excellent relations on the diplomatic scale, gets out there in front of the world. Nobody else could do it like him. Is he a great man? Is he a weak man? Is he a ghetto Jew? Is he a hero Jew? Is he a believer? Is he a non-believer? Look, what is this thing? Because in many ways, as our sages tell us, Dor lefi parnas, parnas lefi dor, right? The generation is like the leader is like the generation. Who
makes history?
Right.
The leader of the people.
Right. There's an argument by historians about that. Yeah. So I'm asking you, who is Benjamin Netanyahu? What is this thing? Is that a good question? Is it? Is that a good question? Okay, good. I had a feeling that. Yeah.
No, and I'm not going to answer it.
Okay.
Because, you know why?
Why?
Because I don't care.
Well. That's a funny thing to say.
Explain.
You have complained about Prime Minister Netanyahu publicly for many years in different ways.
And I stopped.
Okay.
And I stopped.
Okay.
Because I realized that it's much, much deeper than the person. Mm-hmm. Okay? Take Menachem Begin, for example. Was he a positive leader or a negative leader? I think he was a great man. Okay? Menachem Begin was a great man. But he's part of the problem also.
I mean, from my perspective, he did some of the worst things
that
the Jewish state has ever done. So he's the original sin of Sinai.
No.
Okay.
But let me explain, okay? We're talking about good people.
Right.
Okay, not about evil people.
Right, of course.
Netanyahu is not Olmert. Netanyahu is not Yair Golan. Netanyahu is not one of those self-hatred crazy guys. Okay, that's not the story here. The story here is that, as you said, he represents a mentality, and the deep problem did not start with him. Look, Yishai, this whole redemption of Am Yisrael takes time. Okay, the people of Israel coming back to their homeland after 2,000 years of exile, from all cultures, all languages, all parts of the world, west, east, all colors, and somehow this chant has to come out of the oven after a while, and melt again to a nation physically, but now come the time of spiritually back to its identity, and then back to its message to the world, to the redemption of the whole world. It doesn't happen in a second, okay? So we're coming back, and the leadership and Zionism is growing out of the Enlightenment time, the time that separated God and the geopolitic world, okay, after the French Revolution. And we're trying to create a state that will function, a nation that will function according to these concepts of the Enlightenment time, once our basic identity is not a separation of God and reality, but the connection of God and reality. So how is it going to work? I'm writing about, by the way, my book, I wrote a whole book about the subject, and what I'm giving you now, it's just a teeny bit of the picture. But let's go back to Menachem Begin, who was the first right-wing leader in 1977. Since 48, it was only
the so-called Mahapach, the revolution.
Everybody thought things will be different.
Meaning to say the Labour Party controlled Israel since its inception, even before, and then finally, the Labour Party's thrown off, the Likud wins, Menachem Begin, who is the longest-serving opposition leader in the so-called Western world, right? He's sat in opposition for a long time, becomes prime minister, and here's the first right-wing prime minister of Israel. Yes. He's pro-Sephardi, he's pro-Torah and commandments, he's got a heart for these things. He's not necessarily religious, but he's got a heart for these things. You know, he
definitely had a good heart. He was a good Jew.
Right.
Okay? I think it was traditional also.
Right.
He would never eat treif. He would never be Mechal Shabbos publicly or something like that.
He kept the Sabbath publicly, right?
Yeah. And then Saadat, the leader of Egypt, comes, and instead of coming with a knife,
he came with peace.
He came with a handshake.
Right.
He just wanted Sinai.
Right.
And that challenge, Menachem Begin was not ready for, because that civilian Zionism was based on survival. I'm not coming here to destroy you, I'm coming to make peace with you. I just want the land. Could Menachem Begin tell Saadat in 1977
to take a hike?
That it doesn't mean, he doesn't care if he comes with a knife or with a handshake, we're gonna fight and no matter what, until the last grain of the holy Sinai, because it was given for us from God? Could he say that? The answer is no. He did not have the foundation of that conscience. So what I'm trying to say...
But just let me ask you a little question about that. But couldn't he have said, we need it for our defense? We need it for our defense. Like,
what for? You have peace.
No, but come on, that's not a defensive doctrine.
I don't like the defense. That defense.
I'm saying, couldn't he have even argued that?
This nonsense.
You know, there's these two little islands, the Tiran Island.
We have technology, and we have the Americans that will protect us.
Right.
And they promised us, the Americans, that they will do this and they will do that.
All right, so what's your point about Begin?
It's not about Begin. It's the whole leaders of the right wing, okay? The national camp, the Machaneh Leumi, as they call it, okay?
The nationals.
The Jewish identity, traditional Jews, the right wingers, okay? Never, ever had a real ideological alternative to the method, to the concept that the left brought of Am Kechol Amin, nation like all the nation, to rule the country. Look what happened now. I'll jump 30 years later, or even 45 years later, okay? They're attacking us at the 7th of October, and when you see a leftist, you tell him, look what you did with your Oslo process. You brought the PLO from Tunisia, and look what was the result, this horrific results at the 7th of October. Look what you did. So what is he answering you? What does the left answer you? Okay, they tell you, excuse me, in what year your prime minister got into power? 96, right? To my account, you in power
For 30 years.
for about 30 years. Why didn't you throw it to the garbage of history?
Right.
Why did you change? Why did you erase it? You know what the answer is? First of all, he's right. Absolutely right.
Right. Sure.
And the answer is because he had no alternative. He cannot say it's mine because I got it from God.
Okay.
That's the bottom line. So you ask me about Netanyahu. He's a good guy. He means well. You cannot, you can get only milk from the cow, not chocolate milk. They don't, oh yeah, maybe I said it the wrong way. That's what the cow can give. It's not. By the way, the Netanyahu, the person, the individual, is an amazing individual.
Right.
I mean, he's the most talented leader of all. I mean, all the other candidates doesn't go any near to his abilities, right? But it doesn't matter if on your ways, your travel.
GPS app.
Your ways
navigation app. Yeah.
You can only put. I was saying it. In Netanyahu GPS app, Waze. Everybody knows what Waze is.
Yeah,
okay. At the place where you should put the address.
Right.
There's a room only for one kind of address. The place where you are right now.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so he has a tremendous app, the best one, that can take you around and up and down and shortcuts and back and but only if it brings you right back to where you are now. Okay, The only thing that Netanyahu had in his mind, and I'm telling you it, what I'm telling you is from knowing him from where certainly. Okay. The only thing that Netanyahu had in his mind at the 7th of October is how to go back to the 6th of October.
Right.
Not how to take this terrible opportunity to a different place, but how to go back to where we were before.